still promoting the continent and this Pan-Africanism. What happened in your journey that made you this way and how you are?
I think growing up in apartheid Zimbabwe, well, Rhodesia at that time, to have been surrounded by injustices of the highest order, to be abused and mistreated in your own homeland by strangers, by foreigners who don't belong there, and feel completely powerless was a very painful thing. But more importantly for me, I was raised by a father who was old enough to remember when our land was taken by the British. People are not aware that, well, some may be. Britain had what they call the Loot Law, where if you were a veteran of the First or Second World War, or just an adventurous Briton, you were guaranteed 2,000 hectares of land. Hectares! So take 2,000 times 2.2. That's almost like 4,400 hectares of land in Zimbabwe, plus any loot from the people. So what they had done was they divide the country into 4 sections, 4 regions. Region 1, good rains, good soil, perfect area to grow and farm and thrive. Region 2, pretty close to region 1, maybe not as good, but also pretty good. Region 3 was kind of iffy, more good for cattle ranching. Region 4, nobody should live there. Infested with mosquitoes and tsetse flies and all that, and it doesn't rain. If it rains, within 30 minutes, the soil was like sand. You can't even tell that it has rained. So they set out to push black people in Rhodesia at that time from region 1 and 2 into, if you're lucky, you ended up in region 3, and then, but they definitely wanted us in region 4. So that's the story I kept being told by my father. And he would always end with, one of these days, we will get our land back. And I'm so glad that he lived to see us get our land back. When I hear people talk about, oh, Mugabe and how the land was taken, it wasn't fair, and I'm like, give me 5 minutes. Let me tell you how the land was taken from Zimbabwean people. What Mugabe did was very civilized.
Africans who live here are carefully monitored. If a man leaves his keep, he must take his identity bracelet with him. Not to do so may prove fatal.
This bangle, I've got the numbers on it. Well, they gave us this bangle, they just want to know where you came from. And they just want to know, if you haven't got this bangle, they can say that you are a terrorist. If you have got this bangle, they can say that, well, you are a man who lives in the keep. But actually, if you've forgotten this thing at home, especially you can say that you have lost your life, because they can shoot you straight, they don't even ask, with this bangle. Yes.
So that bangle is your life?
Yes, this bangle is my life.
This keep is not a showcase. No journalists have been here before. This keep is under martial law, like 75% of Rhodesia. Martial law means that the security forces can do what they want. This keep is in a war zone.